Okay. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today we would really move, right? That's basically what we will be doing. If today is your first time, please don't forget to like and subscribe. 1 second, and I'm going to show you what happened last week as well. Last week, before market even moved, right? We showed you every single move before market made the big moves, all of that. So let's get into it. The first big move was on Sunday, and we have already drawn out all of it before it really happened. We've already drawn that. Okay. So let's get into that. So on Sunday, yeah, we had already drawn this sell that is going to happen. The sell happened so quickly, entered into the POI that we have drawn, right? Then what happened? Price started to move in a nice direction, and on Thursday and Friday we drew this beautiful one too as well. Price picked 1,300 on this move, and this move was around, I think, 2,500, right? So it's very simple. If you are following from the channel, you will see all of these things happening in real life. And if you also always came out the way we predicted that. So first, let's start with Elliott wave. That is where we always start from, right? So we are going to start from Elliott wave. So let's start from the Elliott wave. So let's go to the Elliott wave session. I said price with 3, with 4, and I'm still expecting this with 5. However, now we have a slight change, a slight one. And even though I'm still expecting with 5, but then keep that in mind, 4 and then with 5. Then we have an ABC or a 5 wave to the upside, right? Good. Let me show you the 5 wave first. This can be 3 with 4 and then with 5, like this. Something like this. This can change in this way, right? It can change in this way. If that happens, it means that we would expect ABC correction, price will go up like this. But I don't see this to be very accurate because it does not follow all the rules, right? It doesn't. So that's one thing. Let me share this link. Guys, please share the link. All right, share the links. When you join in, don't forget to invite friends. Okay, don't forget to invite friends. All right, so let me share this link to this channel. Okay. Let's get on. So, like I said, I am still in the idea or in the notion that this is with A to the downside before we start to take off again to the upside, right? So I'm still expecting that big move. That big move is still expected. So if that is the case, what are we doing? Okay, so let's look at it this way. Let's look at the chart this way. Okay, we have a huge divergence right here, a huge one. Okay, And we are going to understand the reason why I'm actually interested in the sell direction. All right, let's get into it. So let's look for the divergence. And looking for divergence, you always need a MACD or an RSI, right? That will help you to find divergence. Okay, so you can see, look, your audio is low, really. All right, let me see. Okay, is it good now? Is it up? Is the audio up? Is the audio up? Is the audio up? Is the audio up? Okay, let's continue. Since what's the name? Oduwa Tosin. Okay, it says it's better. All right, all right, all right. So look at this huge divergence. Look at this huge divergence from right here. Right, price keep going up, and look at the indicator coming down. Let's use his brother, the RSI. Let's use his brother, the RSI. Okay, so look at his brother, the RSI. The RSI also, in fact, let me delete this one so that the RSI can be a little bit bigger. So when you watch the RSI, you can see that we are exhausting in the buy direction and price is going to fall. Let's go into the 1 hour and see how beautiful this looks like. So you see in the 1 hour, you can now see clearly how this thing looks like. Let's get the MACD. So in the 1 hour, it looks so clean, very, very clean, very, very clean, very, very clean. You can see it. In EW, we can count this, and it actually follows the same principle. So this is right here. That is right there. This is right here, and that is right there. I made a slight error. Right now, I've corrected all of that. Okay, so go up so that we can see you. Yeah. So everything looks perfect right there. In fact, let me do a screenshot on this. Usually, I always forget to do a screenshot. Yeah, I always forget to do a screenshot. Okay, so that's basically it. Now we can see what is really happening in here. Now we can see what is really happening in here. Okay, we can see what is really happening. It means that price is telling us that, MACD telling us that, RSI telling us that. It means that there is something happening. Now look, watch. You can see clearly we have a strong resistance, strong one. So I'm going to go to the lower time frame, so this 4 hour. Okay, good. Supply zone. I want you guys to understand what is really happening. That is why I'm drawing that. We don't use this stuff, but I just want to show you something so that you understand. Right? Perfect. So now you can see what is really happening in here. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at that. Price touched, did a reaction. Price touched, did a reaction, indicating something interesting. Okay, that's what it is indicating. Something very, very interesting. It's indicating that price is going to the downside. and we are going to see that from the SMC. So now let's go into SMC and we are going to look at that. So we did this was our structure that we traded in last week. So the last structure was right in here. You can see from the markout here that we were inside this trading range, right? EPOI and started going back up. Interesting move, very simple, all right? Very, very simple. But then once we've broken out, then we've created a new trading range, and this is our new trading range. So this is the low and that is the high. So what happened with this new trading range? What happens with this? Now this is a minor inducement, so we have ERL, external range liquidity. Once we've broken out of this external range liquidity, two things is going to happen. Two, we have seen so far, it's only one way direction, okay, from what we have seen so far. So market can tap into any of the POIs and come down. Any of them, it can tap into EPOI and then come down. It can tap into a fair value gap and then come down. It can do any of we'll be doing. We have an idea. So our major direction should be in the sell direction. We should be looking at the sell. Even when we have a buy, we can still take the buy on a low risk, but our direction should be on the sell. So once we have buys, we're going to take on small risk or low risk. And then when we have the sell, we're actually going to go in a little better than we did. Okay? Yeah. And we're going to see what really will happen inside this move. Now, we understood this. A lot of you guys, you don't really understand the structures of market. Okay? You don't really understand the structures of market or market structure. Let me explain to you the market structure. When we all started trading, you learned something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Perfect. So, in fact, I did a mistake with that. I did a mistake. Let me undo it. Oh, then let me redo it. Oh, where's the undo? Okay, undo and undo again. Undo again. So this time around, let me use this one. So what happened is that price moves like this: 1, 2 in a bullish market, 3, 4, 5, and it goes. So we're told that when price is moving, it makes a higher highs. So from a high H to HH. HH. I want you all to understand. So this is double H, and that is going to be a double H, and that also is going to be a double H, and that also is going to be a double H. So this is how price moves from a high to a higher high to a higher high to a higher high to a higher high. Right? When this is happening, then it means that price is trending to the upside. Okay? In fact, so price created a high, breaks the high. Created a new high, breaks the high. So this is the high. In this case, we will call this BOS. Then what happens? This low will be MSS or chalk. In this case, I'm going to use chalk. Okay. Then price created a new high. Then created a new chalk. All right. Guys, if today is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything that we do in here. Right? Good. Then this is a new BOS. So this is a new BOS. And then this will be a new chalk. Oh, I don't have to transfer it. I know why I'm not transferring. Perfect. So we all know that what happens if this price, if this chalk gets broken like this, it means that price have shifted from one trend to the other. So what is happening right here? Price have shifted from the buy move and now it is in the sell move because we've broken the chalk. Chalk means change of price. Will be doing this and do this, do this and do that, and continues that way. So what happens again? New boss will be here. Then chalk will resume here. New boss would follow. And chalk will still be, and chalk will still be here. Low. This was a low. Oh, sorry. All of these stuff. And I just draw this. I want you to just understand something. All right. And what happens? This will be an LL. If you have any question, please, Doc, please, what is boss? Boss is L equals, where is equal to sign? Do I even have equal to? L equals low. LL equals lower equals high. HH equals higher, high. Okay, so we will have to add in the lower lows and then lower highs. Okay, BOS equals break of structure. Then we have chalk equals change of character. Did I spell it right? Character. Character. Okay, sorry, character. But yeah. Am I correct? Is it correct? Change of character. Yeah. So now we have all. Just continue tapping the likes, okay, so that I get more likes. All right. Perfect. Now let's go. The person that asked the question, I think you have your answer right here. So we have boss, which is break of structure. It means that we created a high, swing low was broken, right? Then we've changed the character, or the last swing high was broken. It means that we've changed the character. Okay? Perfect. So now we have this. This is the entire market, the way the market behaves. This is how it behaves, right? So if you are trading, it means that this is what you should focus on. this is what you should focus on, right? How the lows have been broken. Focus on these things. They are very, very important. Okay, perfect. So now, when you are trading and price breaks the low, the last swing low, all right, then you know that market has shifted. Market has shifted. Okay, let's understand this, and we are what? Fine. We don't need to worry ourselves so much about these things. It's very, very simple. Just doing this. So about the range and creates a high, all right, and create a new low. When we create a range, okay, when we create something like this, price is not going anywhere. It's not moving anywhere. It's just inside this. When this happens, always count 5, okay? Always count 5. So if it is in the sell direction and it's like this, count, oh sorry, it should be 1 from here, 1 starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Then sometimes it can be 3, but always count 5. Okay, perfect. And sometimes market is doing this, and rather we'll be going to the upside. Okay, so it will do this and goes to the upside. So we are coming from the downside and start to range. All right, structure is very, very important. Market structure is very, very important. Understand this thing, and you have a cheat code to the market. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. If there is no question, then I think we should meet tomorrow. All right, sorry, we'll meet on Wednesday. We'll meet on Wednesday, so that anytime I come live, you will get the notification. My name is Dr. Mola, and I say bye for now, guys.